Hello everyone, I'm Lao Deng. The old lamp in this video was shot with DJI's Pocket 3. The device that just arrived took a few days. To briefly share my old owner's evaluation of this device. This is my second purchase. This is my first time buying and selling. Because the first time I bought it, I didn't understand at the time. I don't know of something called a macro ban. It's the DJI Pocket 3 including the 4. I haven't tried the 4. Samwoo is confirmed. He can't shoot close-ups. Once you get closer, it stops focusing. It looks very blurry. He must be at a certain distance for him to autofocus. So at that time, I only used it for 2 or 3 days after buying it, and then I sold it. Then I recently learned about something called a macro scope. The macro lens hasn't arrived yet. If the macro lens could shoot this kind of thing, for example, the switch is close to the distance, including those keyboards up close, that is possible. This device is old and will be used for a long time. I've used the Pojex 3 for a few days and had 2 major impressions of the old lamp. First, if you're taking that photo, focus on taking photos. Actually, the phone is just a flagship camera device that can handle the old lamp. The class is the 14U, and the 14 Ultra is Xiaomi's 14 Ultra. I get the same distance, and then the same 4K 60 frames per second is 4K, right? Then the videos and photos taken are clearer on the phone. The phone is even clearer. It's the same 4K 60 frames per second. Then it will be better than the Pocket at the same distance, with the same 4K 60 frames per second frame. This is a 2-generation phone that pushes 2 generations forward. 171514 have the previous 2 generations of machines. He knows better than the Pocket 3. This is a point everyone can refer to. But for video shooting, the Pocket is still more suitable. Because the Pocket is called the gimbal head. I don't really understand physics and gimbal heads. He really is more stable. If you watch old Deng's videos, I've always used this phone to shoot videos and edit videos. He does indeed have some trembling spots. Old Deng's hand was already very steady. Old Deng's hand is something I can use with tweezers to take the family member's hand. Adding dirt from the ears, I can go deep and deep. But his hands were very steady. But while I was filming the video, this one uses electronic image stabilization. It's inevitable that the entire screen and display will still shake. This one is indeed much better, but the only thing missing is a macro lens. Then the macro mirror will arrive tomorrow. Let's try the old lamp. If it's really useful, I'd like to share this device with everyone. So far, the old lamp body is still quite good. Previously, I didn't know there was something called a macro scope. Alright, let's briefly talk about this device. For reference, then shoot from this angle. Now it feels especially comfortable. I can directly see the range of my shot. This is especially great. The suite is Plato series. Then there's the Chapter 2S3 kit. This should be the 3rd time in the group. This time, it's solid and reliable using a very crisp switch. It was old Deng at the new home in Huemu. The one I just customized is called the Xingyu switch, a name I just got. The fan shaft is transparent, and the milky white axis has a milky white bottom shell. A light effect switch, everyone can listen to the sound. It's the jade switch which should produce that crisp and pleasant texture. The sound quality is excellent. The original factory switches are dull switches. But it's not the original factory switch. It's close to the Y3X's level of dullness. It was the muffled kind of sound. Its performance on this frame is quite flat and dry, and I've also tried old lamps before. Next to this frame is the Triuran pink ribbon shaft. The sound performance is also average. It's just a personal preference for Lao Deng. My personal preference is that I recommend this frame with the emerald switch. It's the advantage of being able to deliver a crisp shaft. If it's a dull switch, it won't feel very dull. And the sound is muffled, just muffled. A bit like a bit of color or sound. The included device is DJI's Mac Mini 2. Now let's inspect the product. Now the cause is the build-up noise and abnormal noise. Consistent sound and tactile feel. Speaking of equipment, Lao Deng also talks about this device. So far, inside the cashier machines in the old lantern market, this is the closest sound to reality. The sound closest to what old Deng's ears hear. It might still be a bit fragile. It's just a little bit crisper than the actual sound. But it was already very close. I've also used the Mini using so many devices. Yours is obviously more stuffy. it was just stuffy, and then even more stuffy than the actual one. Then, let's talk about a type of device. In the end, Lao Deng used this at home, and together with Dajiang, they built an ecosystem full of nibble. I control it through this device. My camera is the Pocket 3. Then, simple because there are no macro lenses yet. Then some close-ups can't be shown to everyone. Just a quick chat about the old lamp group and some experience with this keyboard for the 3. First, there's something we need to do. There are 2 issues with the original condition. One is the blank gun. Then there's resonance, which is 2 issues. So what about the empty gunshot? He uses a brittle switch. The cavity might actually be an advantage, as its sound can be crisper and louder. The sound of the cavity is even brighter. The echo inside is okay. It's not a buzzing echo, but a crisp sound. It's close to the sound of coins colliding with each other. The sound is pleasant. The second issue is the shock attack. Attack vibration means hitting here, and then it buzzes. Then knock here. The entire top cover will vibrate along with it. Previously, when I tested it, for example, when I pressed here, I placed my hand in this position. I could feel my whole table shaking. But we only need to take one step. It's at all the places where the top cover connects to the bottom shell, including the part where the top cover connects to the yellow board. Then apply a layer of glue. Let me show you it. 0.5 millimeters EVA cotton pads. You can search online. It's EVA or single-sided tape, and the 1 meter by 1 meter only costs a few yuan. Around 10 yuan is especially cheap. If you use this keyboard for a long time, you can prepare this yourself. And many shock absorbers can be used. This can also be used as a satellite axis fix, and then, this is an optimization. Another optimization. It's the original factory satellite shaft. Basically, you need to re-recognize the 3 sets of original factory satellite shafts so far. I think 50% of the time has appeared. Conservative, at least 50%. His steel wire is all uneven. Then the original factory lubricant is not just a concept. The official lubricant should be their own lubricant that is white. But that lubricant paper is just for everyone. Let's demonstrate it. His image quality is just the original factory Japanese image quality. He just took that little brush. This is exactly how it is. I just brushed a little. And what about old Deng's advice? Everyone just apply a bit more on this one. Other places don't need it. The original WeChat connector is more prone to static noise. For example, if you have this keyboard in your hand, you can tap lightly, check both sides for wire sounds, then switch to a switch, and you're good to go. Other than that, there's not much else. Overall, actually, someone has asked whether this Laolong kit is worth recommending. So, what do you all think? The biggest offer is that it seems to not be a flagship brand. It seems the brand's design is indeed quite exquisite. The robot is designed very uniquely, and the workmanship is flawless. The back. The design is attractive and the price is reasonable. The current price for this package should be over 1,000 yuan. How much exactly? I haven't watched the old lamp recently. Everyone can check it out on Shenyu. It's this price, and this quality actually corresponds. However, there are some precautions when assembling and debugging switches. For the switch, I recommend the ISA switch, and then the micro switch is properly adjusted. Then, install shock absorption at the part where the top cover connects to the bottom cover. So this kit. The sound is still quite good. Alright, so we've got this keyboard done, packed and shipped. See you in the next video.